My name is Joiyvonne Veney. I live in Baltimore, Maryland, excuse me, in the Lockhart area with my son and his wife. I've been with them now for 11 years, and it's time for me to move on. My ethnicity is Heinz 57 because my background is Ethiopian, that makes African, and what else? Oh, some native tribe. It starts with a P, and I'm unsure. I've got to check into that. And then there's some Irish because my father was very fair and he had red hair. I didn't get it, so I've been trying to get it out of a bottle, but I won't bleach my hair, so. I say to anybody who listens, between 88 and 2001, no, I'm sorry, between 82 and 2001, I thought I was a lesbian. Beginning, Baltimore has always been my home. And my life, I have shared with very few people. I have always been, I say, joyous. And that's why God said, I gave you joy, you should be called joy. However, I have been raped twice. I was sexually abused by my stepfather. My father took me away from my mother at 4 years old. He took me away, gave me to people I didn't know. Ultimately, I wound up living with his brother and his brother's wife, who beat me when she felt like it. And I should say through all of that, I've always been who I am. Significant for me has been from 88 to the present. And that is because at that point in time, excuse me, I began working for the health department, and I met 3 gay white men who have since died as a result of HIV. And we started an organization called Movable Feast. And it was started to feed people who were homebound with what they call AIDS. And it is still in existence. Right now, they're feeding also people, women, who have breast cancer. And I was the president for 10 years. After me, there were several gay men who asked me, how did I last for 10 years? And all I can say, it was a labor of love. And I'm happy that it's still going strong. I have been a part of the Ryan White Planning Council. I was on the first council that the mayor, the mayor appointed. It was Schmoke. Kurt Schmoke was the mayor then. And I represented actually people that were incarcerated because I coordinated the jail outreach for the health department. And I'm very proud to say that I was a civilian who had an office in the jail. They never told me no. And when I first went there, I tell people this is how crazy I am. There were so many people, you know, walking around, and everybody had on clothes, you know. And so I said to the social worker, I said, you got a lot of people working here. They call them residents. And that's who they were. But I was comfortable, and it was on the male side of the jail initially. And then I was in the women's detention center. As a result of being there, I worked with women who were substance abusers. I had a support group for women who were HIV positive and those that were at risk, so that was any and everybody. And the jail at that point in time was very, well, they could smoke in there. I could bring food in. I used to bring, we'd have picnics. We'd celebrate holidays. I think the most significant thing for me was the domestic partnership bill. And I might add, I was upfront and personal and involved with the group who got that to happen. I got involved with the quilt. It was the late 90s. And actually, the quilt coming to Baltimore, Pride Day, and the passing of the domestic partnership bill all was around the same time. Baltimore's claim to fame is it was the only city that displayed the quilt in a world-class museum, and it was at the Baltimore Museum of Art. I can't think of the guy's name. All I know is he was a leather guy, because he used to wear those chaps. And the two of us coordinated the volunteers, because they had people to be of support to anybody who might have been upset and what have you. Right here in the community center was where my office was. And people would bring the quilts, people in Baltimore who made quilts would bring the quilts here. And so I would keep them, and I'd take them home with me. And so you read them, and it's like you knew these people. And crazy as it sounds, it was kind of difficult to really give them up to the Names Project, who was going to display them.